I ran into a problem when we were working on the assignment last night that I think I also had in the lab, at least based on the feedback you gave me on Moodle, is that like the layout sort of fell apart when I like sent the file to Devin for her to work on, and it sort of just kind of blew everything up and sort of put everything out of alignment.
Mhm.
I can share my screen
Yeah,
to
sure,
show you
share
what
your
I
screen.
mean.
Let me switch to my headphones. You're a little quiet, so I'm gonna switch my audio.
Oh, I don't know why. Hold on.
Boom. That should be better.
It might have been because I started on speaker and then switched to my headphones and it screwed up. Anyway, let me just.
Oh, I think I need to enable screen sharing.
Yeah.
Stop share. And there. You should be able to share it now.
Okay, I'll just do my whole screen. Okay. I gotta remember which is which. When I reopened my lab, just to check, it said that like it showed that like all my layout stuff was fine. I think this is the one that I opened. Like my target platform to iOS.
Yep.
And open it.
My initial guess about what went wrong is they had a different like resolution setting. So if you go to the game tab. Oh, I was going to comment on, I think I commented on yours in your homework grade.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think I did, mentioning this very thing.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I thought, well, maybe if it's a fluke, it won't happen again. I won't have to ask about it. But it happened again in the assignment.
So,
like,
so basically
crap.
what happened was, if you go to your grade, you'll see, I called it.
Yeah, here we go. Or this one?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, yeah, the reason why I'm using this version is because it was like the recommended one, but yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, either way. As long as all of your group are on the same version. If all of your groups on the same version, you're good. But we had some problems yesterday because one person was using 2020 and one person was using 2019. And when you transfer files between them, it can go up, but it can't go down. So the person in 2019, after they gave it to the 2020, then couldn't open it anymore.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So yeah, just be mindful of that. So a lot of the things get wonky wonks. Let's step through. Let's talk about how we could fix it. So
okay, could I pin hold on this? Okay, hold on. I want to show you what happened to the what's it called, assignment. Sorry, my brain's all just
yeah, sure.
I haven't had breakfast yet. Okay. Let's see. It wouldn't be helpful if I named these old version or new version. I guess we're gonna find out together. Let's see which one this is. Okay, so this is the old version. So I guess it would be helpful if I showed the old version first. This one. Wait, what? Here we go. Sorry, I'm just opening them all.
No worries. I'm just responding to text. Take your time.
Okay. So I was in charge of sort of laying out the UI, and then Devin was going to code it when she was done with the lab. What it looked like on my end before I handed it over and then got it back again. Looks exactly how I set it up. No, I didn't run into any issues, I guess. And then after I got it back, first, this is what it looked like when Devin opened it. So
go to game view. And then click on free aspect. It's because it's in free aspect mode. So whatever your perspective should be, like iPhone vertical. Portrait. Yeah, portrait.
Oh, okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so that it's because it's showing you the user interface as it will be seen in the game.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. It's not doing the thing before where, okay, when I gave it to Devin, like some of these are off alignment.
The reason
and some of them
that
are like blown up.
Oh, are those like all individual pieces?
Let me see. Yeah, like.
Oh, interesting. So what I would expect is if he had it set up to build for iPhone or for Android, then, oh wait, I don't see anything. I just see the sketch. Are you seeing like these more advanced art stuff?
They're just really small. Do you see this?
Oh, like, I see them now.
Before I had them like matched up here.
Yeah, so it all depends on
way bigger.
Yeah, it depends on like what you're, so click on the drop down because each one is going to look different. So like try landscape or portrait 16:9. It's like 2/3 of the way down.
16:9. That's a little.
It's like now it's bigger.
That's a little bit closer, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like it's all dependent on that. So how do we design an interface to not care about the perspective? So let's think about it. First, you'd break your elements up into. Is this already submitted? Can I look at it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so how about I share my screen and I show how I would do it.
Great, perfect.
Share screen, share, and AGA, and assignment 2. This is assignment 2, right?
Assignment 2, yeah.
Boom. Watch the pro work. Okay, few submissions. Oh God, I have 12 grades. This one, right?
Those are the assets. I think it's
assets.zip. Oh wait, is this one?
One's the Unity file at the bottom.
Okay, cool. I didn't notice there's 3 zips. Okay, we're on it now. Okay, boom. Do I have 2019? I don't know. It'll probably upgrade to 2020 fine. Boom. It can go up, it just can't go down. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how would I do this? Resolving packages. The classic resolving packages.
So this is, we're going to make it so Unity doesn't care when we change.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just titling my notes.
Wow, this is so slow. I have like an 8-core processor and like 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you would never be able to tell. Okay. Okay. So boom. Oh, it's a little stretchy. Game. Oh, I forgot to change my build settings. Oh. Oh, right. Switch buffer. Cool. So now I should have those options. Cool. I'll do 16:9 portrait-ish. I don't know what you're working with, but okay. So how would I do this? I would, let's go to my prefab here. Go to my prefab. And what is this, the top part? Oh, that's everything? Okay.
That's like the home screen. All the other menus will sort of overlay it, but still leave the like top and bottom borders with the hearts, the money, etc.
Just getting a feel for it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's, home screen really has 3 segments, right? The bottom, the middle, and the top, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd create an empty. I'm going to duplicate that. Top nav, bottom nav. And I don't really know if I need a middle play area. There's not like UI in there. That'll be more like game assets that show up. Unless it's all controlled by UI, which is a possibility. I don't know. I'll just have top nav and bottom nav. Let's go to scene view. I tapped F to zoom in, though it always goes in way too much. Okay, so let's set up my navigation elements. I have a top nav. I'm going to set it up to be in the top, and it's going to be down some pixels, maybe from 0 to, I don't know, 1 is the top, so I'm going to make it take up 90%, 85%. Let's try zeroing that out. And it goes from 0 to 1. I'm going to put an image on it just to make it easier to appreciate. Takes up like that much room.
Yeah.
I'll do the same for the other one. Copy, right click, paste, except it's going to be the opposite when I am done with it. Instead of from 0.85 to 1, it's going to be from 0 to 0.15-ish, maybe even less, 0.1. And I'll zero out this stuff. Boom. So now we have those two like segments blocked out. And what do we have in them? We have a couple meters, essentially. We have a 5 out of 5 hearts, and we have like a money amount, and then we have options. So I could do this a few different ways. I think what would make the most sense is, let me take button, where's the gear settings? Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put it in my top nav. Oops, I missed. Button settings. Enable this again. Let's think about how I'd place it. I do think placing it at the top right corner might be the right choice. There's a few other options I have, though. If I want it to be a very specific setup, I can create 2 more empty ones here. Duplicate. And we have the coin region and what else? The heart region? Coin region and heart region. I'll color them different things so they're easier to appreciate. Red. Yellow for coin. Okay. So, oh, actually I flip-flopped, dang it. Well, they're flip-flopped. Okay, well, actually I can just say.
Yeah, there you go. That's the quicker way.
Okay, so I have 3 elements. And those elements, I want them to be relatively consistent in where they take up. I would make these containers take up, this throws a little wrench in it, but if I said top nav, add component, actually, let me just, so that doesn't stretch stuff out, I'm gonna put button settings into settings region, so that the buttons like proportions don't get messed up when I mess around with other stuff. So top nav, if I add a horizontal layout group, boom. It tries to lay things out according to regions. Does that? Oh, I see what happened. Settings will be blue. So notice how it just automatically sizes things in thirds across the top. That's a horizontal layout group. And this button settings, I do want it to be in the top left, I believe, or top right, I believe. Like something like that, maybe 10 and 10, or -10, -10. Oh, didn't I say negative? Okay. So now I have this object, and regardless of my resolution, oh, are these sized specifically? Oh, whoops. Top nav, you check off control child size, width, and height. That's better. So now, regardless of my resolution, you know, things are in about the right spot. You know what I mean? It's not like going all over the place.
Would that end up distorting? I don't know if I feel like you said this already. No, yeah, it won't.
The way you'd avoid it is there's a little checkbox on images. Well, one, I have these regions sized, but then I can pixel place things inside of them. And there is an image option called like maintain. Where is it? If things are getting stretchy, there's a preserve aspect.
Okay.
So even if it was fitting the whole region like that, I just hit preserve aspect, boop, and it centers it up. Though I might do, instead of being like this, I'd probably want it to be, let's look at the scene. I'm going to tap T to kind of look at it. I'd rather it be on the right-hand side. Let's give myself some breathing room. So from 0.1 to 0.9, so I'll shrink it down a little bit. And then I like it being on the right. So I'm going to make its pivot on its right-hand side on the X, boom. And I think I'm done. Though technically the button itself would still be clickable in that entire region. I don't know if I want that. So instead of that, I'll make it from 0.5 on the X, because that shouldn't actually make the thing any smaller. And boom. So now, no matter what resolution I have, it won't even get weirder, right? See how that works?
Oh, that's so nice.
Boom. So UI, if you couldn't tell, is my bread and butter. Like this is my job. Is making UIs. So that's why a lot of my stuff focuses on it, because like having a good UI will often make you have a good game. So yeah, that's it. And then you know, maybe you can give yourself a minimal offset of the. Would have expected that to do something. Does that not do anything? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Oh, wait, what's left? Why isn't left doing anything? Only right does something. It's weird. Oh, from the left side, but it's anchored on the right. Oh. So if I look over here. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, so did I already size that to 0.5? Yeah, so it's like a really huge screen. And you can actually like, you could make like a 1x and a 2x, and you like size it differently. And then if it's this platform, then turn off one button, turn on the other, so it's like sized differently. But
that seems more complicated though.
Yeah. So I'm like just, you know, make it so it's playable in any setting, even if it's not like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Yeah. So now it kind of works in any setting. So then how would you do something like the heart region that has both an icon and like text? I would right click, create empty. Maybe I'd call this heart pivot, heart meter pivot. And that pivot is going to have two images in it. UI image, where are you at? Boom. I could also technically use a slider or something, because it looks like a slider, just different. Input field, it's kind of input fieldy, because we're putting some text in there. Width. Oh, it's like not doing it in real time. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I want it to look more rounded, so I'm going to say 0.1. Hey, now it's more rounded. On the pixels per unit, that's saying how tight do you want the curve? Because it's a sliced image. So you see down there how it's sliced. There's I talk about it in my lab 2 part 2
Yeah, I messed around with that. I think I did one for like the background of our settings panel or something
Okay,
like
cool,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So slicing is the thing, and you can change how much something is sliced with here. So like, oh, I want 0.2. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I have the center object thing. Maybe instead of anchoring it with pixels, because that creates problems when different people play it, maybe I wanted to go from 0.3 to 0.7. So I took 3 off each side, 0.1 to 0.9. Wait, am I crazy? On the Y, I want it to be, oh, I know why. Because my pivot is only 100 by 100. Yeah, okay. I was like, something's weird. Okay, so let's zero these out. So I actually want it to be more like 0.4 to 0.6 on the Y. So it's getting that tight look. And then was the heart on the right or the left?
I think it was on the left.
Okay, so boom, boom. I got my heart. Put it in the. Ooh, I could do it here. I could do it there. I could do it here. I could do it there. If I put it in the image, then I can like. Oh, that's taking up the whole thing. So if I put it in the image. Wait, what is bottom nav? Oh. Wait, why is bottom nav in top nav? That was weird. Okay. I think I must have just fat fingered at some point. So heart meter has that. And where did I put that heart? There it is. Image hearts 1. So you're going to go inside of here. And the reason I put it inside of the image is so that I have like better pivot points to use. Image hearts, I like it. Text region. And the heart is going to go, you said right?
Left.
Left. Okay, so boom. And that should just put it right there. Boom, boom. And its pivot should be on its middle along its boom. And then I would assume, actually, it looks like it's not a centered. Oh yeah, see how the image isn't centered?
Oh, damn it.
Well, so that's easy to fix. So I go in here. I go into sprite editor. Whoop. Whoop. And apply. I feel like it didn't change it.
No.
Oh, wait.
Is that what it's supposed to do?
It should have changed it. I've never worked with this in a single sprite setting. I'm used to cutting out multiple sprites, but okay, so change the sprite a bit. As it stands, instead of 0.5, 0.5, I guess I'll do my pivot is at 0.4 or something to like raise it up. Perfect. And then maybe this is fine to stay as a pixel size, like 120 by 120. So let's look at this. Let's change boop. Oh, yeah, boop.
Now it's covering it.
Now it's covering it because the length of this text region is just not enough for a smaller screen. I was admittedly sizing for a larger screen. So let's do from 0.1 to 0.8 and apply. Zero these out. Okay, it's getting there. Image hearts. Something like that. And maybe I want it to be pivoted more to the left. So instead of a pivot X like that. So it's like, yeah, more over there. So then I can make the text region a little smaller. 0.2 to 0.8 should be fine. Something like that. And then I'll kind of switch around. Okay. Okay. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. That's still doable. I mean, iPhone 4 is a very small screen. Whoa, these things are tiny.
I used to have an iPhone 5 and I cannot believe, like I'll set it next to like my 8 now and I'm like, oh my God, how did I function on that tiny screen?
And then I think there's a thing called Canvas Scaler, which I can say scale with screen size. Yeah.
All right,
Scale screen size on the Canvas Scaler. And then I think that makes it so it's like more consistent when I change stuff. So these are totally different aspect ratios. The other option I have for that heart is to make it take up from, so my text region goes from 0.2 to 0.8. If I want to guarantee a certain aspect ratio, I could take this text region, right click, copy, right click, paste, and it's going to like go over it like that. But I know that 0.2 is my pivot, so boom, zero that out. And then I want it to be from 0.15 to 0.25, 0, 0. And I want it to be from 0.3 to 0.7, 0, and 0. And then I want to turn off preserve, or turn on preserve aspect. Okay, so that could use some work. Let's look at that in the scene view here and see what I'm working with. Okay, so it's because it's too narrow. So let's do 0.1. I don't want to go too far into the right, but I might have to do a little, just a smidge, just a smidge. I'll just go in a smidge. That's pretty good. And now if I mess around with it, it's always there. And it's like relatively consistent with the object near it, right? And that's how I do everything.
Dang.
Okay, maybe I should put this as a recording.
That probably would be helpful.
Yeah, for everybody. The problem is Zoom takes like hours to compile. Okay, so
well, it's not super urgent, I guess.
So that's how I do everything in the game. Is to set things up so that they're in regions, and those regions take up parts. And if there's clear like horizontal layout groups, like just using a horizontal layout group, so no matter what resolution I am, it just does it. I don't have to worry about it.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That answers all of my questions.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad I was able to answer your questions. And like, I do see it gets a little stretchy here, but you would have a custom texture that wouldn't be as like low. This one is like a 24 by 24 texture or something, like super tiny. So they don't have a lot of detail. But yeah, so yeah, that's how you would make all this work, and good luck.
All right, thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Have a good one.